don't know what's
It's not
going
a good
on.
look, man. It's not a good look at
Nah,
all, man. It's not a good look for
yeah.
Jalen. Jalen throwing the ball behind folks, man, behind Devontae, you know, it just looks off. Everything looks off. Then you got the defense leaking. They not filling gaps like they normally do. We getting gashed on the run game. You have two running backs, right? They got 40 carries between the two. One got 18 for $125 in a tub, and the other one got 22 carries for 130 in a tub. Like what? Don't nobody run on Philly like that. So, that's a gut check. Gut check, man. You can't let nobody run on you like that. Because if somebody run on you like that, you're not gonna win. You're not. Simple. But this is the stuff we used to do. That's how we used to run on people. But I believe it's coming back. I truly believe it's coming back. You get Tank out there, you get Saquon out there. Once that offensive line get fixed, then we're going to, like I said, we're going to run roughshod over the rest of the league. It's coming. We just got to be patient. A lot of people are not patient. We've been spoiled because the Eagles have been winning, for a minute now. We've been spoiled.
I don't think people are not patient. I think they just don't like what they see. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I don't think it's not being patient. It's just that they're not playing the Philly ball that people.
But they want to fire the coach, man.
Man,
they want to fire the coach. They want Jalen to go to the bench. You know what I'm saying? All of this kind of stuff. So if that's not being patient, I don't know what is.
Yeah, but your fans are fans.
I know.
Fans don't count.
But that's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to our fans.
Yeah, but
we got to be patient and let it play out. Now,
I mean, every team, all the teams are not playing. Teams they're expected to do certain things. You think the Buffalo fans are happy? You know what I'm saying? You think the Cowboy fans are happy? Giants fans? Even the Command. No fans are really happy with these teams is not winning. You know what I'm saying?
Of course not.
They're not happy, but that's the part about being a fan. To me.
Yeah, I'm just talking about our squad.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is fans are being fans. I look at it like this. They just, they always upset. Shit. I think last year I wanted fucking Sirianni fired before the beginning of the season when they, I didn't think he was coming back.
And I was like, man, you crazy, man. I said Sirianni ain't going nowhere.
I don't remember what you said, but
yeah, okay. I wasn't calling for his head. I know that.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't calling for his head because I'm like, look, man, this the squad. This our squad.
No, like I told you, it's the thing about it is Sirianni to me is an okay coach. Is he a great coach? No, he's not. Let's keep it real, because if you're an offensive minded coach, when your team have these offensive issues, you should be able to step up and mitigate the situation.
Facts.
He can't do that. So, but he is good at managing all the egos and everything in the thing. And right. You could do that. You could do that as long as you had outstanding assistants. If you got an outstanding offensive coordinator, outstanding defensive coordinator, and all the coaches below each one of them, you can be a CEO. You can be that. You know what I'm trying to say? But when you have somebody that can't, one of your assistants, especially if your offensive-minded coach is having difficulties and you can't step up and help them, that makes it creates an issue. That's all I'm saying. So I don't want to get rid of Sirianni. You know what I'm trying to say? Because now I understand what his role is more than I did after the 23 season. I thought he was an offensive coach, offensive-minded coach, but he's not. You know what I'm trying to say? He's more of a manager of men. So and that's just as important as outstanding offensive coordinator. So now I understand his strengths now. So I agree he's not going anywhere. Because he can manage all them egos. And like you said, I believe the Eagles are going to win the division. I just think that I believe they're going to turn it around too. How far they go in the playoffs, I'm not 100% sure about that, but I do believe they could turn it around and win a division. And I don't know how far they're going to go in the playoffs because it depends. To me, I ain't gonna say it depends on how they do the remaining of the season because you can get hot in the damn playoff and just go blow up and just win everything. So but I'm just saying I believe that they can win the division. I just don't know what would happen after that because I'm only going by what I know now, not what I hope. I hope they get the shit right and win the Super Bowl again. But
they got great culture in that locker room. That's why I don't think they worried about a thing. I don't think they worried about a thing, man. Once they get in the playoffs, then they're going to do what they do. I really feel that way. I do. Because by that time, we should be pretty healthy. And once we get healthy, then we're going to do what we do. That culture in the locker room, it's a great culture. People want to come to Philly. They want to play for Philly. All they hear about is the culture. They see we winning, right? But the culture is everything. Don't nobody want to go to a locker room where you got a bunch of cliques. Because if you got a bunch of cliques, stuff is not going to work. Because if somebody do something wrong, then you're going to have to click on the other side. Oh, yeah, I'm better than him. Da, 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 da. See, they don't have none of that.
But you know what the crazy is? Like, if Chicago lose a game and the Eagles win the rest of their games, they'd be number one seed. Well, no, Chicago got to lose 2 games. Chicago got to lose 2 games. But if Chicago lose 2 games and they win the rest of the game, they're number one seed.
That's okay.
So
you know how much pressure that is on a young quarterback like that, man. Let's keep it a buck. He playing free right now, right? But when the playoffs start, every pass, every run means something. Yeah. Every decision, that whole decision-making process that you're going to have to deal with in those type of games where it's do or die, you out of there, win, you advance, lose, hey, you're on vacation. That's pressure. And I don't know too many of these young bucks that can handle that, except for Jalen Hurts, because he showed a few times that he played big in the biggest games. So that's how I see it. I don't care where we slotted at in the playoffs. It's playoffs. Just get there.
I like to have a home game. So
yeah. And see, you remember we was talking about the schedule, how, you said it was one team that was, had the schedule was messed up or something. The most serious schedule, the hardest or whatever, that's harder than the Eagles. Mm-hmm. That team, whoever they are, I know they didn't have back-to-back home games. The Eagles have not had back-to-back home games this year. But 2 times in a row, they didn't have back-to-back road games. So to me, that makes it harder. That makes the schedule harder when you don't get no continuity playing at home back-to-back. So I looked at every schedule in the league this year. Every schedule. The Eagles are the only team in the league that don't have a back-to-back home game. Shit, you had Detroit. Detroit had three in a row. Next week against Dallas, that'll be their 3rd home game in a row. I'm just saying. So, yeah, we're playing a tough schedule. And once we come through this schedule, I think we're going to be great on the other side. And I'm going to leave it at that.